We're talking to Dana Consatio, Tyler Brierly, Catherine Gomes, and Alexandra Soki, some students at New Bedford High School. Now, what we were talking about was the perception that when Fun 107 talks about New Bedford High, it's always negative stuff. Why don't we cover positive things like National Honor Society, like when kids make the honor roll, things like this? Mm-hmm. The truth is, and every media outlet in America could do a better job with this. For example, today there are going to be tens of thousands of airplanes that take off across the country. It's not going to be on NBC Nightly News tonight. All
exactly.
those, this just in,
the norm.
We had 10,000 safe flights today in the United States. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
If there were a plane crash, it would be the lead story.
Absolutely.
So that is the nature of news. Unfortunately, everybody can do a better job, including Fun 107, at reporting more positive things that are going on. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, yesterday, for the third year in a row, we highlighted the top 10 graduates of New Bedford High School. It's something since the mayor started doing that 3 years ago that we've highlighted. It's the third year in a row we've done that. The problem with that for us is, from Fun 107's perspective, there are so many schools in our listening area. If we start highlighting every single one, it would just be like a school newsletter. Like, it's just like not the appropriate forum. Does that make sense?
I just feel like if we have such a negative school and you think that, and on paper it's a failing school, that with all these great things, you'd think that would make news a little more. And then when you go on and say that every school has a National Honor Society and make it seem like ours is irrelevant, yet we have over 70 kids there.
It's not irrelevant.
I'm just saying that's what it sounded like in the interview yesterday.
If that happened,
you have over 70 kids that were just inducted, and most of these kids are balancing extracurriculars, AP classes, and sometimes even work.
That's fantastic.
They're working 7 to 6 days a week.
You're saying that you have a lot of schools in your listenership, and that is true, but I think that New Bedford High School is very different than the majority of the schools in your listenership, both on our ratios of diversity and the fact that we are a level 4 school and we're facing a turnaround plan. We're facing a lot of different circumstances in other schools, and we're still thriving, and we're still going to the Ivy Leagues despite.
It boils down to what's interesting to the listener. Broadcast area is very broad. We from down the Cape to Providence. So if we zero in on one particular school, it's not interesting to somebody who's listening in Rehoboth. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That's why. That is the why. When I say it's not news, it's not spectacular. It's meaning good or bad. Like, there's no wow, like, oh my God, there are kids with the National Honor Society. It shouldn't even be that. You should not even want it to be news. You should want it to be, yep, that's just the way, it's business as usual in New Bedford High School.
But if on paper we're a failing school, then it should be news. Then it should be something that should be propped up, especially with all the negative publicity.
I see what you're saying. So if you're in danger of becoming the state taking over, yet all these kids are doing well, you know what? You're right. I see your point there. That it should be a news article. Maybe not a morning show topic, but like a news piece.
We completely understand that. You have to give the news like that. But for students, at our perspective at New Bedford High School, we feel like it's been going on for so long, and now we're really just angry now. So for what just happened again,
do you
that's
get angry
why.
at the kids who are doing this?
No.
You don't?
Because you have to realize where they come from and their backgrounds and understand what they're going through. A lot of people don't understand that, so that's reasons why they act out.
So you don't get mad at the kids who are doing this because they seem to be the source of these issues, no?
You have to give them some leeway through what they were raised up in. Not everybody has perfect circumstances in their life. You can't choose where you live. It's only what you make out of it. And some of these kids, it's just fact. They grow up in poor places. They grow up with bad parents. They grow up in bad homes. So you have to give them a little leeway on it.
If you look at it from a different standpoint, that we have such a diverse population in our school, so it represents society as a whole, so we are going to have some bad people in our school.
Sure. All right, so listen, we've got the listening audience attention right now. Let's bring up some good things that are happening in New Bedford High School. Let's go right around the room.
I'll do our sports teams. We have a lot of teams this year actually made it to states: softball, tennis, a lot of the boys track members. We have girls lacrosse, boys baseball, girls softball, boys and girls volleyball teams, field hockey, and so many more teams that have made states this year, and that's a huge thing at school. That is awesome. Good job.
Our drama department, the Susical performance that just happened this year, that went on for another month throughout the community after its runtime. Our engineering program at our high school is sponsored by our Navy. And they have 3D printers, state-of-the-art computers that they can work on. Our band's also, it's excelling too. They scored 3rd in their championships with a platinum medal. And you have 8th graders that move up from the middle schools just to play with our band.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That band is world-renowned.
We also have an outstanding academic program, both in the way that we have more advanced placement classes that allow us to earn college credit than any other high school around. We are starting a pre-calculus academy in the summer so our school can let us take more advanced placement classes. We have students who win national awards from College Board for their scores on tests, and we send kids to the Ivy Leagues where they can succeed and be the future doctors, lawyers, and leaders of the world.
And also, 2 teachers from our school, Mrs. Oliveira and Mr. Rodriguez, got a teacher awards for their AP classes. And also, we have many tutoring programs for those who are struggling in the AP classes because we always encourage kids to challenge themselves to take the AP classes.
Listen, I am so glad you guys came in.
It was awesome to hear all the great stuff that you guys are doing at your school and what other students are doing. It's great to hear that.
Thank you all for taking time out of your day. Now get to school.